So I have some good news and bad news. Good news for you guys, those of you who love the Dyna. Bad news for me, because I love him. Let's go ride.
What the hell? This road is gravel. What is going on? This road has never been gravel. Oh God. What have I gotten myself into? I'm not on my Himalayan. So, I hope to God you guys can see me because you are getting the living crap shaken out of you right now. I cannot believe this is all gravel. They must be about to repave this, but this was stupid. Why? Why didn't they warn me? Man, have I come a long way in the 3 short years that I absolutely refuse to ride gravel roads to... Yep, well, it is what it is now. All right, looks like it goes back to pavement, so I don't have to bitch and complain too much in this video to you guys. So, good news for you, bad news for me. The honest to God truth, and I've recently made a video about this. You know that I always swore that I would never sell this motorcycle, and I keep saying that. I'm never going to sell it, yada, yada, yada. I still do feel that way, but I just genuinely don't enjoy riding this motorcycle anymore, man. And it really breaks my heart to say that, but I'm going to tell you why. So recently I made this video right here. You can check that out. I might even link it below if I remember to. I made the video talking about I'm thinking about selling this bike. I'm thinking about potentially renting it out or chopping it, modifying it. Luckily, I have not had time to really do any of those things because what I didn't really know at the time, we ended up buying a toy hauler, a camper, and you can check that video out. Here's the thumbnail. You can go look for it in my playlists or on my channel. But I mentioned to you guys that when we were looking for a toy hauler, we're very limited to the weight and restrictions of our truck. We have a Chevy Silverado 1500, a little half-ton truck. So we just bought the thing too, so it's not like I'm gonna go sell my truck and get a bigger one so that I can buy an even bigger toy haul. Like, I just didn't want to do that. I wanted simple living with my machines, and the toy hauler that we ended up buying is perfect for us. I also told y'all that we're doing a ton of events this year. Like, I'm super pumped because by the time you guys watch this video, in 1 week, I'll be making my way out to Laconia, New Hampshire. Very first time going to the Laconia motorcycle rally. It's the 100-year anniversary of the rally, and I just think it's going to be an absolutely rad time. So I'm not riding out to the event because we are going to be camping. You know, that's the whole reason why I bought this damn toy hauler, is so that I could have a place to live while I'm on the road. So we found out, all right, so truth be told, I am not opposed to trailering motorcycles. You keep falling down, it's so shaky. Not opposed to trailering motorcycles because it is what it is, man. People can talk so much shit about trailering bikes all they want. I ride my bikes. Like, I am riding my bike this year, my Road Glide. But when you only have so much time, or you don't have the funds to afford hotel rooms every night and like all of that jazz, like there's so many factors that come into play when you talk about trailering to events. And we found out the hard way that my Road Glide and another motorcycle will not fit in that toy hauler because we had to get a small one. And that's totally fine. Like, honestly, I bought the Road Glide to ride the damn thing, not trailer it. So I'm super pumped that I still have my Harley-Davidson Dyna because this is a more mid-weight, slimmer motorcycle, and we can fit multiple bikes in the toy hauler that way. So if you guys don't know, my husband built a Sportster Scrambler over the past couple years, and he made some really cool custom modified crash bars. The crash bars themselves are literally as wide as my Road Glide. So we're in a bit of a pickle with what kind of bikes we can bring with us on the road. Thank God, luckily, like, we're going to be able to fit his Sportster and my Himalayan at the same time, as well as... I keep really thinking you are really falling down. I seriously apologize. But we are also going to be able to take his Sportster and the Dyna. And the nice thing about taking these smaller bikes is, let's say we need to boondock for a night on the middle of a road trip, pull over and stay at a Walmart or something like that. We'll be able to still get past the motorcycles and get back to the bed so we can sleep that night. So because I have to take this motorcycle with me to Laconia, I need to get some more miles under my belt. And there's a few things that I've noticed about this bike since I used to daily ride this thing every single day for 3 years. I finally got last year, this is over a year ago, finally got the 30,000 mile service on this Dyna. So right now I'm sitting at 33,160 miles. So it's been at least 3,000 miles since I got the service. I might as well just tilt you down so that when you continue falling down, you can still see. I'm sorry. But anyway, we had to, I think, rebuild the neck bearings or put on new neck bearings. 2 of my motor mounts were broken, so I had to get new motor mounts for the bike. And ever since then, it has just ridden like shit. Rides great. I mean, it's fully functional motorcycle, drives perfectly how it's supposed to, shifts and everything's fine, but the actual ride feels like that quintessential like Harley-Davidson gurgle. It's just not enjoyable for me anymore. And I don't want this video to come off as like I'm bitching or complaining, because I'm absolutely head over heels in love with this motorcycle. But it's just when you become so accustomed to a really, really nice, smooth, comfortable ride like my Road Glide, you get spoiled. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reacclimating. I'm reacclimating myself to my pretty baby Knox. And so far it's been really good, actually. There is one thing I am going to address in this video, and I'm actually going to need your help. So stay tuned for that question, because I need to be at a stop before I can show you, because otherwise it's not going to make any sense. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need your help addressing this subject. And what I'm going to address later in the video, that's honestly the biggest hindrance for me right now when I ride this bike. So one thing I definitely want to do is I would like to upgrade the suspension again. I think when I bought this motorcycle, it had either 13 or 14-inch rear shocks, and I loved it, man. I got long legs, so being able to sit up higher was absolutely amazing. And then I ended up, the suspension wasn't that great. They were tall, but it wasn't that comfortable. So I ended up putting the, what are they, progressive piggyback stilettos? No, they're not piggyback. The stiletto progressive, I think they're 12-inch rear suspension on the bike, and I'm sitting a lot more squatty on the Dyna. And if you're shorter, like short legs, that's great, but I can tell that it's less comfortable. So I might end up either putting the stock suspension back on, or maybe hopping on Revzilla real fast and seeing what kind of deal they got going on to quickly throw on some rear suspension, because I swore I was done modifying this bike. I really am. Like, the bike is good as is. I don't want to mess with it. It still rides really, really great. The motor is excellent. But I'm ready to bring back that comfort, because I got spoiled. I got old. I got fat. Like, I need comfort. So I did take the bike out all day yesterday, and this is something else you guys tell me all the time. You're like, you don't even ride for yourself. Come on. You're just a YouTuber. You don't film anything unless it's going to get you clicks and blah, blah, blah. That's one thing that I have done more of this year, and I'm so happy. I have been riding so much without my camera, and just really being back in the moment and not worrying about vlogging or telling a story and stuff like that. And it's been amazing for my mental health. So when I do get to like strap the camera to the helmet again, go back out and have some fun, ride around, it feels special. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like, hey, I haven't hung out with my friends on YouTube in a while. Let's go make a quick video. So anyway, what I was saying is I'm going to have this motorcycle with me in Laconia, New Hampshire, and we're going to be doing some riding, obviously, while we're out there. So I need to get acclimated to riding this bike again and just really enjoying it. Okay, so I just pulled over at this park really fast because I wanted to show you what I'm talking about in this video. So I'm just going to kind of quickly just pull over here. Okay, so coming up to a stop is, I don't know if you could tell in the video, but it feels really, really, really odd now that I have this like new neck bearing. So when I turn the handlebars like this, they always feel like they want to snap back to center. Like there is something making them want to snap back to center. So when I'm doing slow speed maneuvers, or I'm coming up to a stop, or even if I'm just riding down the street, every so often, it's like, you know, when you got to overcorrect and kind of get yourself back into your lane, not in your lane, sorry, in your lane position. It's so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost magnetism. It feels like the wheel isn't doing a normal wheel transition, like a normal steering transition. So I really don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but that is the number one thing that has been incredibly uncomfortable riding this motorcycle lately, is the steering feels awful. Jordan, my husband, tells me, he's like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to feel like. I'm like, babe, do you know how many motorcycles I have ridden in my life? No, that is not how it's supposed to feel. And it feels awful, and it makes me not ever want to ride this bike, because it's not an organic, natural ride. So God, this is why I don't have choppers, dude. Like, if it's not a perfectly smooth, comfortable ride, I really don't want much to do with it. So that's what I've really been trying to figure out. Jordan has talked about maybe putting a steering stabilizer, but it just really feels like there's something sticking up in the neck. So I don't know. I've just really been trying to get used to it, so that when I'm out in Laconia riding this bike around as my daily rider, I don't hate my life, basically. So that is definitely something that I'm not in love with. Yeah, God, it just feels so weird, man. Doing any kind of slow speed is awkward. And I've had people notice, they're like I would say something like, hey, if you notice me acting all squirrely and weird when we come up to stoplights, I'm like, I'm good. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I've actually had some people be like, I was wondering if you were okay, because it looks weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm like trying to keep my bike balanced. Oh, tar snakes. This entire city thinks that by repairing the road that they just had to put tar snakes everywhere. Ugh, I hate it. But yeah, if you guys are going to be in Laconia, let me know. I'm not doing any work, honestly. I'm not doing meet and greets, nothing. This is for me. I want to go to this rally. And not that I don't want to go to any of the other rallies, but usually if I go to another rally, a bigger rally like this, it's for work. You know, I'm going with a company, or I'm going for a specific video to shoot or something like that. I'm still going to film, obviously. I'm a YouTuber, that's what I do. But this is for me. I want to have fun. I want to go swimming. I want to go riding. I want to go camping and see what the Laconia rally is all about. From what I have been able to tell on YouTube, it looks way more diverse than like Sturgis or Daytona. It looks like a lot more like little hoony type of bikes, you know, like kids having fun, and a younger crowd, which is not something I would have ever imagined thinking of a motorcycle rally. So if you guys are going to be there, leave a comment. Let me know. Well, that's the thing. Let me know where I should ride, number one, and the best place to eat, because that's all I really care about while I'm in Laconia. I just want to do a good ride and then find a really nice place to eat. And we're going to be there for a few days, so a few options will be much appreciated.
All right, just got back home, and I wanted to show you guys some of the things I was talking about in this video. This is the stock suspension. I don't know if it's stock, but this is what was on the bike when I bought it used. So it still looks like 12-inch suspension, but it doesn't compress as much as those stilettos do. So I'm just gonna flip you around and show you what it looks like side by side. All right, zoom you guys out a little bit. So they're roughly the same length, the same height, but look at how many more coils this has over these ones. So these ones are definitely a much softer ride, but I liked the height of these ones. It really lifts the rear end up a little bit. So yeah, that's why I'm calling this kind of like a win-lose situation, because I still have a really great motorcycle to ride around on. It's just not, I almost said it's not my motorcycle. It is. This is my bike, but it's not my baby. It's not my Road Glide. But I guess it's time to suck it up, Buttercup, and ride your beautiful Harley-Davidson that you swore you weren't going to sell. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little rip on the Dyna. We're going to be hitting the road here soon, so probably not as many normal moto vlogs, a little bit more travel vlogs. So if you guys are interested in that, please consider subscribing to the channel. And until my next video, thank you so much for watching this one. You be good, and I'll see you later.